Even confidence to say that you're an apprentice. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to say it because it's.
What's your definition of confidence, though? Like, cause there's two. It's an easy way to say confidence, and then he's just too cocky. You know what I mean?
Like there's a fine line between
Yeah,
that.
there's a fine line
I
between
mean, I
that.
don't know what Google says, but to me, my version of confidence is just that you're able to display an assuredness of your reputation and your experience to that person. We're live.
All right.
All right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the IQ Project. Right here with another episode of my co-host Rickytatt,
Yo.
Romeoshades. Oh, right.
You like that?
A little plug in again for all your
Shout out to
tattoo
Fortniters.
needs. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at iconic_tattoo studio. Again, iconic_tattoo studio. Go ahead and message each artist. Each artist is booking their own appointments, making their own. Damn, I will bet blank. yeah. Anyways, all right. So today's topic is confidence.
Confidence.
Confidence, the biggest word. You know what I mean? It's
a good topic today.
Yeah,
I got a lot to say about this.
We always talk about this in the shop.
You do.
Yeah, you do. So
Be clear,
we already know Rick is gonna be the one talking the most today. So, but first question I want to answer, Romeo, since he's new to this. Do you believe that confidence matters in the tattoo industry, or where have you seen it in other artists, or where have you not seen it in other artists? Like, explain to me. What do you think?
So there's this one artist, right? He doesn't have no confidence. Okay, I'm not gonna throw no names like that. Imagine.
And the reason why we're asking Romeo, guys, if you guys haven't been seeing our blogs, Romeo's our apprentice. He's about 8 months into his apprenticeship, bro. 8 months in.
Already?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna last for like a year, a week or something.
Yeah, but he took the day off, so we pushed it back. He only has 6
This
months
guy.
now.
8 months into his 1 year plan, man. Hell yeah, Shingo. Let's put that out there. Good job, bro. So
Appreciate it.
pretty soon he's gonna be starting to actually put the needle on real skin. See where the confidence goes there, huh? So the reason why we're asking him this question is because he's the one that lacks the most experience here. Obviously, he's just starting. So let's continue on with the question.
So then, does confidence?
Do you think confidence matters in this industry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it plays a part in it for sure.
A big
I
part
mean,
or small part?
I think maybe it just to each his own, I guess, because there might be there are artists that are like super shy, but their talents can take them to that level, and they don't have the confidence. But then maybe just a little bit of it, will get them to that next level. I don't know, So to me, my opinion, yes, I think so, because I need confidence to, take that client that's gonna come in, because I'm new, right? And it's gonna take confidence. Like, I might not have the skill, but if I have that, that mindset, like I'm gonna kill this, then I'm gonna kill it, and it's all within that mindset.
Yeah, I mean, that's correct. I feel like, and that's one thing we do show our apprentices, that you have to have confidence in, one, your artwork, and two, your people skills. And that's what we're training you for the first part of the year.
Yeah, I think the first eight months that you've been here, what have you been seeing, man? We pound that in you. Like, you gotta have confidence to talk to people. You have confidence to attack a certain style. You have the confidence to just even confidence to say that you're an apprentice. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to say it because it's.
What's your definition of confidence, though? Like, cause there's two. It's an easy way to say confidence, and then he's just too cocky. You know what I mean?
Like there's a fine line between that.
Yeah, there's a fine line between that.
I don't know what Google says, but to me, my version of confidence is just that you're able to display an assuredness of your reputation and your experience to that person. So when I try to be confident with my clients, just so that they put them at ease, that when they're with me, just relax. We're gonna take care of it. You're gonna get a badass tattoo. It's something that I already been through, and that's the confidence that I give.
But you think you have that confidence because you have all that experience, or were you like this before when you're barely starting?
No, I mean, when I first started out, we're really, really nervous all the time. But I mean, we still get a little nervous, but I think we hide it better. We all get like these butterflies when we're first starting. It's a little excitement when we're about to start. It's like that first 2 to 5 minutes.
I feel like that's good though. You want to have that excitement.
Yeah,
for
it's
your
weird
tattoo.
though, but you never sit down with the client. You're just like, oh, it's fucking another day. It's like, damn, whether it's a small one or larger pieces, the
Mhm.
first 2 to 5 minutes, you're always like, all right, where should I start? Should I go dark right here?
Yeah.
How am I gonna attack this piece? Like this is all going through your head, and I'm pretty sure everybody goes through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody. So, um, you have to build your confidence, and you gain it little by little as more people, you know, get work from you, and they're saying, man, that's a badass piece. So and so was looking at it, asking questions. I get stopped at the mall or whatnot, or at the strip club. I get stopped like, who's no, I'm just kidding. That little by little adds confidence in your whole like armory.
Yeah, but what's crazy is like, yeah, you can build that confidence up, 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 and then you hit that one wall. Like something's not going your way, and then bam, it brings you down, right? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that don't go back up. You know what I mean? That stops them. So I feel like as a good artist, you should be learning from that mistake and just be confident you fucked up, and then fucking keep going up, 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 up again. You know? So,
Yeah, I mean, there's always some tattoos that'll challenge your confidence, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't done one. If you've only been doing statue work, and then all of a sudden you're gonna take on a line work of flowers, or three-liner.
Three-liner, fuck.
Yeah, that
I was kind
definitely
of nervous
stops.
on that one.
What, yesterday?
No, the one that came in late.
Mm.
Three-liner. I was like, oh shit, I haven't done this in a minute. Yeah.
What I see is it's not just in tattooing, obviously in everything, but lately we've been hearing a lot of like motivational videos right here on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And all these sales gurus, all these influencers that are like millionaires, what do they say? You got to have confidence, and I see the more confident you are in any type of business, the more you're able to sell yourself, and at the end of the day, we are artists, and we have to sell ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We have to sell our talent, our art. And if we don't sell it, we're not going to get any tattoos.
Yeah.
Our art turns into a tattoo, turns into money.
Mm-hmm.
That money depends on what you do with it. It could either be a hindrance to you because you get in debt, or you build an empire because you start saving, or you start putting it away to give you more opportunities so that can later build freedom.
That was crazy because I was just following this other artist. He's a painter, and he was asking his followers, like, what do you want to see? You know how we do it sometimes, like, oh, you ask your followers, like, what do you want to see, more of this, more of that?
Yeah.
All that. So he was asking them, but he was asking the artists, like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel, like, frustrated about your art? Things like that. And the whole thing is he's going for is, like, do you believe your art is a hobby or is it a full-time job? And you're saying once you go into a full-time job with your art, it's constantly grinding. You know what I mean? To get to a certain point where you're just like, damn, I forgot where I was going with this. Basically, you're saying kind of the same thing. Like, you're constantly growing. You constantly have to keep
It never
pushing
ends.
Yeah,
It never ends. Yeah.
Until it goes back into a hobby again when you're about to retire,
Yeah.
And it sucks because some artists get overwhelmed and they don't enjoy it no more. So I feel like you gotta start learning how to love that process as well.
I mean, that's why our motto is trust the process, right?
Yeah.
When we decided to say that, that's our motto, trust the process. It was mainly, it started from a tattoo related thing where you put on the stencil and the client's like, the fuck is this blob of blue shit,
Yeah. All those line work.
all this, yeah, like what the fuck, how they gonna do it?
Yeah.
And they don't ever ask you, like, is that how my tattoo's gonna look? They just trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you finish the tattoo, and they check it out in the mirror, and they're like, whoa, I know I've gotten this where they said, I didn't even know how you were gonna do that. Like, I saw just a blob of blue, and I'm like, well, trust the process. So not only does that you know, that describe the tattoo process, the actual tattoo, but it describes. Then now we do it more like in business, in life.
You know what's crazy though about that? Since you brought that up, like yeah, we used to say it all the time. Just trust the process. You know, trust the process. It's to start it. But now I have clients saying it to me. I trust the process.
Yeah, when we say it long enough, you know, we
Yeah.
repeat it. And if Carlos puts the letters right there on, you know, edited, trust the process right now. Ding. Not just kidding. Yeah, they're gonna start saying it. If we would have
Yeah.
start saying like, you know, be
Fantoche.
iconic, be fantoche, be iconic, you
They
know,
would've
or
said it, huh?
be an icon. If we
Yeah.
repeat that, they're gonna come in and be like, I want to be an icon. I want to be an icon. You know.
Yeah.
So remember when I used to be called Al Cien?
Allison.
Al Cien. Güey. Clients would come in and be like, oh yeah, Al Cien, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're repeating what we were saying. So repetition has to do a lot with confidence, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how I loved our saying, trust the process. We had some shirts like that. We're gonna make some more sweaters. But it's all a process, and let's go back to confidence, you know, like if you're an artist and you've been listening to our blogs or in our podcast here, and you're wondering, you know, man, how do I stay busy and how do I, you know, become a more consistent artist? It has a lot to do with your confidence level, you know, how you speak to people when you talk to clients for the first time. If you're like, people can sense when you're shy, where you're not experienced, you know. Even when you first started, remember when? Let's go back to your example. When you first started here as an apprentice,
Well, we tested your confidence.
you were a little shy at first, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and just through repetition and putting you on the table, on the floor, I guess you could say, not on the table. You know, you started doing that repetitive. I started seeing a repetition of like he had like a, what do you call it? Like a little script already, and that script became better and better and better, and now he can talk to clients that walk in and
Answer the phone.
answer the phone.
Yeah, and I feel like it applies to everything, even as far as like tattooing. You know, the process of you telling me to lay down the darkest color, right, or darkest blacks first. So then it could just be like that. Even, you know, talking to clients or even trying to communicate in Spanish with clients.
Yeah, I mean, I give you props for that.
Yeah,
Not a lot
so-
of people would do that.
Yeah, it is a repetitive
I never
thing.
seen you speak in Spanish with a client.
I think Josh has seen the most. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Does he talk like a puertorriqueño? Oye, chico, que tú sabes.
Nah, it's more of a choppy Spanish, but I mean, you can tell he's trying.
Yeah, and then they're just looking at me like, I'm like, come on, help me out, you know? Like,
Just think about it, man. When a client walks into our shop, you know, do they want somebody that's just second guessing? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we could do right there. I don't even know. I've never done this before. You can't say those phrases.
And that's how you lose clients, though, especially if you're in a walk-in base. Like, if you're trying to get clients and you're taking walk-ins, if you go in there and be like, oh, it might be this, but, oh, you second guess yourself. No, actually, it might be this. It might cost this much, you know?
Yeah, you have to be
Firm.
You have to be firm. You have to know your pricing and be confident with it. And I think that's what we're really good at here. You know, not that we're like egotistical about it. You know,
No,
we're just
no,
value
you're-
our worth. You know, we know what we charge, and this is what we.
I got an example for that. I mean, the biggest tester for that was when people come in for walk-ins and they're like, you ask them how much for this, you tell them a number, right? I'm like, oh, can you do it for cheaper? So that's where you know, it's not even an ego thing. It's like your confidence to say, no, like, this is how much my work is worth. You want it, we're going to do it. If you don't, that's fine. Go somewhere else or just find another artist. We don't say it that rude.
And in the
but-
3 years that we've been here, like, you know, in the first year, yeah, we would get that a lot. Can you do it for a little less? Can you do it for a little less? But I think we've done a good job at building our reputation where people don't really say that anymore. It's rare. It's rare
Yeah.
that somebody comes in and says, you know, can I speak to Ricky, Josh, Tony, Johnny, you know? And then we tell them our price, and do they say, oh, can we do a little cheaper? I haven't heard that lately, to be honest. They just know whatever prices we give them. I mean, they'll say probably no to it, but they won't say, can you do a little cheaper? It's either, yes, let's do it, let's book it, or, you know what, that's a little bit more than I expected, let me get back to you. But it's never like, come on, can you negotiate a little cheaper? No, because I feel like they know we're worth whatever we say we're worth, because it's our reputation here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it took what 2, 3 years to build up to that reputation. We're like a high quality tattoo shop. You know, we're not just a regular street shop.
No sir, no sir. But shout out to all the street shops. I mean, we're
We s-
considered a street shop.
we started as a street shop. Now
I mean,
we moved on to like more appointment only.
we still
Um,
take walk-ins, like
yeah, I mean we take
not all the
walk-ins,
time, but
but
once we get more artists, we will. So
um,
I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to say like, oh, street shop is different. Like, um,
it's
we're
a
just a
different
shop,
vibe.
bro. We're just a studio, and everybody, if I'm not doing anything, we'll tattoo somebody. If not, then we can't. Just comes down to that,
Mm.
right? Confidence in marketing. This is a big one.
That'll go to what you guys are saying, right? Marketing, as far as like
dollar signs.
when someone comes in and selling to them. Is that what that marketing is about?
No, marketing would be more like putting yourself out there on social media. You know what I
Mm.
mean? The biggest seller from what we've seen is that once you start putting your face out there, people feel more, what's the word, more comfortable with you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to go to Ricky because I feel like I already know him,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So a lot of people, they're not willing to put their face out there. They're shy.
Yeah, have confidence in being out there, pretty much, because
I mean, you're doing it right now. You're doing that, what, your YouTube? You started your own YouTube channel?
Mhm.
You got a little plug right there.
what's it called, by the way? We're gonna check it out.
It's
Viewers
just,
can check
it's
it out.
Romeoshades.
Romeo
on
Shades.
YouTube, yeah.
And
Romeo
what is it
Shades.
gonna be? Like a day in the life, or
It's gonna be a mixture of that, but also like what it's like to be an apprentice. It's not gonna be like vlogs. It's gonna be like quick segments, so that way people aren't bored and stuff.
long blogs like cars bore you or what?
No vlogs. When someone's like, we're walking down the street. Oh, I'm going to McDonald's right now. Hey, dude, and I'm recording our conversation for
it's
like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Okay, somewhere. Okay, I'm just kind of testing. See how it is. See how your thinking is, bro. No marketing, like guys, again, if you have a business and or you're an artist, if you're gonna make money, you need to be marketing. Obviously, that doesn't go without saying. You guys go on YouTube, everybody talks about it. But what we're saying is it does help to be out there. You have to put your face out there. You have to constantly be telling your process, your story. It's not always just like, I think clients love to see our work, but they want to see a little bit of our life.
And that's the thing. Like, I've noticed too, a lot of artists, you don't see who the artist is on their page. All I see is tattoos, right? Or drawing sometimes. But I never, like, sometimes I just want to go through, like, how does this guy actually look? Or this girl, how do they actually look? I mean, I'm guessing a lot of people do that too, no? Would you want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you would want to get to know the person who's going to scar you for life, you know? At least get to see
like
their
David
face.
Vega, man. Come on, man. You're like my idol, bro, but shit, you never show any of your life, bro. I'm just kidding. No, just joking.
That's true though, because if you have like a favorite artist, you would like to know.
Yeah, I
how
would
they
want to
look.
know more about
Yeah.
him. What's he into? What does he do on the, what does
Yeah.
he do when he's not tattooing? Like, I want to know that kind
Because
of
that
stuff.
person inspires you, So it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, exactly. Like on your days off, do you fucking stare at another person's tattoos?
or
another
or are
person's, and
you drawing on the
are
side?
you drawing?
Like,
What do you do?
doing? 'Cause,
Exactly.
you're really looking up to their art.
Yeah. Now or if they're gone for like a week or two, you're like, you want to go over there and be like, what happened, man? No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Hey, this dude, like we get Vega on the podcast, and he shows like his DMs, and it's just Ricky, just a bunch
Yeah,
of
just like,
messages.
hey. Oh, on the live, bro, everybody knows me. Because I answer everybody else's questions that, on the live. They'll say, what ink is he using? Empires. What cartridge? 15, what cartridge inks? Oh, 15 curve mag. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that, but I used to. I'd be like, man, just shut up. You're not going to fucking tattoo like him by just knowing the product.
Yeah.
You gotta practice, you gotta practice and practice and practice. I mean, I stared at his lives for hours and hours because I was impressed, I still am impressed.
I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of those people like, oh, I wonder what he's using. I mean, everybody starts that way, until you start seeing like, oh, okay, it's not the
But it doesn't
product.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
he used. You can have everything exactly like him, but you have to know, you have to do the work,
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I don't know. I think that's why we're doing this type of stuff, you know, like this podcasting. Fuck, we got 4 lights, three lights. What happens to the 4th one, Carlos? We have 3 lights on a super blasting on right now on our face, and we're trying to answer some questions. Like, at first, it's hard, you know.
That shit's really hard, you know.
Right,
Yeah.
you know.
Something that
Anybody that comes in here, any interviewer that comes in gets nervous. It's just something about having the lights and the camera that you know that whatever you say, you might fucking say something stupid or something, you know?
And people are gonna judge you for
And
it.
it's
And people are going to
crazy.
judge you. So, but it took a long time.
And even though like you have all this stuff set up, you can tell when a person is confident when they're in this chair and they're answering you guys' questions.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed it,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but you can tell when someone's just fluent with the cameras.
Because they're
watching.
being truthful, you know?
Right,
They're
right.
being their genuine self.
Yeah, I mean, even us, like when we first started, I saw the videos when we first started that first video when we were back down the TV.
Mhm.
I was
Or like this.
yeah, we're like this, looking at the camera, like, oh shit.
And then we're staring at the camera. It was weird.
So, and then I mean, we did it over and over and over again for a year now, right? Or almost a year now.
So now,
I feel like we're getting a lot better. I mean, I still feel like we need more work on it.
for
Of
sure.
course.
But little
I still
by
get
little.
nervous right now.
Yeah.
Like my voice cracks a little bit.
I mean, we haven't done this in a couple weeks, and I'm already feel, when we first started, I felt a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. So there's 2 ways of being confident. It can be built by repetition,
Mhm.
and it could be just by that person having it. Like that person has that it factor, you know? Like no matter what he does, he's confident at everything he does.
I don't think you're born with confidence. I think you learn it at a certain point in your life, to be honest.
Mm.
There has to be a point where you look back and you were not confident and then something happened. Like to me, when I got my confidence, like really, really, like it jumped levels. Like, 'cause this is what I understand. I used to draw in high school and I would fucking finish my work, right? And I would draw doodle on the side of the paper and do some stuff. I finished my work right away so I can start drawing and just because the work was easy. I figured out a system, just fucking finish the work.
A,
And
B, C, C, B, B, B.
whatever it was, you know? and then I would flip it over and I start drawing my whatever. I think I was in comic books at that time. And I remember that the teacher would come and he would check on everybody. And as soon as he come, I'd cover myself like this. And then one time he grabbed and he's like, oh, we have an artist right here. Look at this, guys. Let's see if he finished his work. My work was finished. He goes, oh, it was. Okay, good job. But I didn't want to be called out that I was an artist. I wasn't confident. And I was doing some pretty decent work at the time because I was pretty badass when I was younger. Confidence. No, just kidding. But I was shy about bringing the attention.
Like, what happened?
Doing a lot of comic books, bro. Spawn, all that shit. I was drawing Spawn, doing some crazy stuff. But anyways, let's go back to confidence. I didn't want the attention from the class. I just couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle people saying like, oh, wow, can I see? Because I wasn't used to it. Nobody ever taught me, yo, you have a talent. Show it off. Be proud of it. You earned it. Build it. Nobody ever taught me that when I was, how old are you when you're
15.
like in high school, like 9th grade, 15?
15, I think.
Yeah, 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
I could never, so I would always hide it. Or sometimes I would flip it over and then just be like I'm doing the work and shit. Right? So then my senior year, I go out at night. I had a Buick Regal. So now I got some friends that are little gangsters and they're like, hey, let's go use your car. You know, we'll use your car. You didn't have a car. Let's go out, take some chicks and let's go cruise. So we went to Whittier Boulevard. And if you guys are not from California, Whittier Boulevard is it used to be a boulevard where everybody would go cruising and chicks would walking or they're in their cars and you start talking, right? So I didn't know how to talk to girls at the time, man. So I had 4 cholos pelones, bro. Bald cholos in my Regal.
Surprising.
And I'm the only one with short hair and it's all combed back. Hold on, I'm not done with the story. And we're cruising, man, and we're like, and these guys are like, and it's a 2-door car. Regals are 2-door cars. So you could see the guys in the back trying to like, hey, what's up? You know, like, and then I'm right here and he's like, what's up? And then my passenger by the name of Chato, shout out to Chato. Um, he was the one that was like getting all the girls to come to us, and I was like, they call him Chato for a reason. Chato means like kind of like smashed face, I guess. You know, like this.
Mm.
And he was dark. And then we had another guy in the back, and you know, he was like a little pretty boy cholo, I guess. I don't know. So he would get all the girls, but they used Chato as the wingman because he didn't give a fuck, dude. He would fucking go out there and whoop de whoop, all that. And I was just like driving around the fucking. They're using me as the driver. I never told this story before, dude, but it's crazy. And we would pull over to the side, and sometimes if you see some girls coming by in the car, like, all right, let's go to the gas station right there. So you pull up in the gas station, and there is no what's your IG, what's your MySpace back then. It was just like, let me get your number, see how many numbers we got, or let's go take them somewhere after, you know. And they would get off right away, dude. I wouldn't even park, and they're out. I don't know how the guy in the back of me got out, but he fucking got out, you know, because it's a 2-seater car and we have the back. And they're out and they're pouncing at the girls and, oh, what's up? Confidence, bro. Confidence. And then I was like, these fuckers. And there's pretty girls, man. You know, little güerita, blonde hair, Mexican, but blonde hair. I call them güeritas, but even some güeras too that were there. All different types. And I was like, I never told them, you know, but the next day I was walking into school like, I was worried about what people were saying about me. They didn't give a fuck, dude. They didn't give a fuck. They got turned down a lot of times. But they got a lot of like, oh, you guys are cool. You guys are this. They got a lot. And they had a lot of, I think they picked up on a lot of girls that day. But they didn't care. They didn't care what people were saying about them. So the next day, like, that's how I was, man. I was just like, I walked a little bit more straighter, you know? Mm. And it made me realize, like, throughout the whole high school, I was like worried about what people were saying. Oh, this guy's an artist or whatever. You know, I was self-conscious about myself. But I remember it was like a specific, it was on the weekend. And then on Monday I came back and my confidence level just jumped. Because you know why? Because I started saying, fuck what everybody thinks about me. You know, like, who cares? And it was different, dude. Fucking senior year was game changer for me, man. I was way more confident. Then I started going into the clubs and all that. And that's where the confidence level. So I remember that pivoting point where that's where my confidence raised up. Mm. So I think we all have a different point in our life where we're just like,
some just get it earlier than
others.
Others.
Some people just get it real early because of the parents maybe telling them from the early stages, like, what are you doing? Don't give a fuck about what nobody else thinks. That's what I try to tell my kids right now. You know?
But what do you think you're self-confident about the being an artist, though?
When at the time?
Yeah. Like, what was so wrong about being an artist?
Lack of education and meaning, first of all, you know, I was like the first artist that started in our family, right? Then you came in, and we're not really a lot of artists, and we have a big family, dude. We have like, I don't know, like 50 cousins, right? And more. Maybe more, but we're a big family. We can get 200-300 people easily into our parties. We have recently.
That's a small party. That's a small party.
But nobody has ever been an artist, so I didn't know how to handle it, and nobody had. Not even my parents, you know, they would say like, you know, what you have right there, mijo, is like is a talent. Grow it. Be proud of it.
Well, it wasn't seen like that back then either.
Even right. I mean, there was no way of making money back there like that, right? But at the same time, why not just promote it and then see where it flourishes from there? I mean, there's people that are making airbrushing. Remember, airbrushing was big back in the day. And back in the 90s, airbrushing was killing it. So
no, I asked because I always felt like artists or being an artist had a negative stigma to it. Or was it, stigma to it?
Yeah, starving artists.
Because they make no money?
Starving artists, like even in college, like upper level education. Once you tell someone, oh, yeah, I'm an art major, they look down on you. Oh, you only did that because you don't know anything else. Oh, you only did that because, you want something easy. You know?
Yeah, because you could make money.
I've seen people, like, be very self-conscious about their work, like, throughout the school. Like, they wouldn't want to tell, same thing like with you. They wouldn't tell people they're an artist, or they'll just hang out with the same group of people, but they won't expand from the art community in the school, you know? They won't make friends with, like, the business people. They won't make friends with, like, the people who play sports. And
they're, like, isolated.
They isolate themselves to where just one community, you know? I mean, that's how I saw it when I went there.
Right.
Because I was friends with people that were in science and business and all that. Because I was expanding, trying to figure it out myself. And then when I stuck to art, obviously, yeah, I met a lot of those people. But what I noticed is that that's all they wanted to do. They wouldn't expand from there. But you also see that whole like self-confident thing, like where there people talk shit like, "Oh, you're an artist. Oh, what are you gonna do with your life?"
Yeah, like I remember I had one teacher. She was promoting it all the time, and she actually put me in a gifted class. I guess it's called gifted and talented people or something like that. I forgot, but she was like, you're good. I'm gonna move you to over here. What the hell are you doing in the regular art class? You should be in the fucking gifted place, And I was there for like half a year, and I was like killing everybody there, But that's the kind of support probably we needed from the get. So like my daughter now, she's an artist. I back her up 100. I support her. I tell her she's going to be amazing. I tell her she could do whatever she wants with it. I'm telling her all the things that I didn't hear. So when she's older, she doesn't want to like hide the work. She'll just be like, yeah, look at this is what I did. Not feel egotistical about it, but proud of it,
Yeah.
And I think that's where confidence started. But I mean, there's other people that just have confidence. They gained it earlier because of their parents told them, Some people never reach that point. Some people want to get to a point of somebody else, but they're never taught, and they never search for the method of how to break that self-conscious level.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
You
That was a
think
cool little story.
that was, but always within
Video.
stories, you always get those good lessons,
Yeah.
or that point that you're trying to prove. Would you say that you need to be confident with yourself as a person in order for your confidence to, stream into whatever you're interested in?
I believe so.
Or does that, let's say you're not even a confident person, but your art skills are super dope, or whatever you're doing or whatever your passion is, but you're only confident in that. Would that apply? What are your guys' thoughts?
See, because I remember going back in high school too. There was this one cat that can just kill it. He was way better than me. He could make these fantasy worlds at a pen, and I was like, holy fuck, how do you do this? But he was even way shyer than me. Like I had to pry it to him to show me his work, and he had a sketchbook. I mean, he drew like E Diablo kind of like that, but just way more wicked. Like the dude can do like Robbie Lotto's, all that texturing. He was doing that with pen, bro, like nothing. I remember one specific image he did. It was a perfect sphere, and then it was hanging with like a web, right? And he did it so perfect. I was just like blown out of the water. But he was really shy. He would have never talked in school. But when he talks about his work, he was really, really confident about it. So some people are able to just be confident in that specific talent, but then out in the world, they're not. It would help that you'd be all around, focus on yourself.
I would feel like it'd be more all around. Like if you're confident of yourself, you'd be confident in what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it starts with self-confidence. You gotta be confident in yourself so you could be as equally confident in your work. You know what I mean?
Was there a point in your life where you realized that it jumped?
Not to really think about it. I mean, I was really shy in high school.
You're an angry kid in high school.
Yeah. Not there.
What about you? Or maybe it hasn't hit you guys. You know what I mean? I am older than you guys.
I mean, I feel like it has changed because I do put myself more out there and everything now. I'm more confident about what I do. But I don't think I had a pivot point where like I noticed it enough where you did.
Like me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think for me it just gradually happened.
Slowly.
Over time.
Yeah. It wasn't like a fucking.
Yeah.
But it's true, man. Like the reason why we're self-conscious of ourselves, because we know what we're weakest at, right?
Yeah. You think everybody can see it.
And you think everybody can see it,
Yeah.
but nobody can fucking see it. We're always telling ourselves, shut up, fool, you're not that great. You're not that great. But we're telling ourselves our true thing. So you're like, don't say it because you're not that great. That's bullshit. Other people cannot see that.
So how do you feel about those people that need to tell themselves that to fucking feel like motivated to do something? You know what I mean? Because I've heard of people like talk shit to themselves to motivate themselves to do something better.
Damn.
You ever heard about that?
I mean, I would think there's a way. Some people work in different ways.
Yeah.
What I would say is like, you really want to break barriers, bro? Like, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a cliche shit to say, but the reason why we're not out there on Instagram or TikTok doing stupid dances and shit is because we don't want to be like, what the fuck you doing out there, fucking clown?
Yeah.
You know, just trying to be a fantoche and try to be,
Buchon.
chasing the clout, you know?
Going back to like caring about what others think.
Caring what others think. And once you stop, like really stop caring. I mean, you care always, you care a little bit.
But I think your environment controls that too, like who you hanging out with, where you hanging out at, kind of thing. Like if you're hanging out with someone like you, like everybody here at the shop, we kind of have the same mindset already, we'll push it, you know what I mean? But if you're hanging out with someone like that, someone else that's negative all the time, say, why the fuck you doing that? They're the people that are gonna stop you from letting your confidence grow, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we've as a shop, we've pushed ourselves, even the podcast, the vlog. I mean, to have a camera while you're tattooing these fucking lines that you're never gonna be erased if you mess up.
Yeah.
And then the camera's in front of you. Like people don't understand that level of stress that we have when the camera's in front of us, bro.
We'll have the AC at 72. I feel like it's 80.
Yeah, there's a camera.
Yeah.
Carlos will never understand how nervous he makes me when he gets all close to me and says, "What are you doing, Ricky?"
What about when he rubs your shoulder?
I love that. Keep rubbing it. No, but do you understand what we're trying to say, Carlos? Like, first of all, like we can't mess up.
Yeah.
And then you have a camera that's gonna record it.
If you mess up.
And then we're gonna, I mean, he can edit it, but I would want to mess up. And did I mess up in one of the vlogs? I did, huh? Remember? I did mess up once when I did a windbreak and I erased it.
Oh, I think on Carlos.
No, it was on. I forgot what client it was, but I mean, it wasn't critical to the design. I just fucking changed it over here, but. I mean, I didn't put a third eye or some shit, or make the teeth of a portrait buck tooth.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of stuff, like, as artists, we're always thinking about. And then there's a camera, like, right here, like, hey, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And you're like, fuck, leave me alone, bro. I'm trying to fucking do this crispy-ass line.
Not just that. And then you're thinking about your peers, like other artists looking at how you work and how they're going to be judging you as well. Like,
yeah. You guys had me behind you guys' back for months,
What do you mean?
When you guys are tattooing, you guys have me behind your back, like just watching you.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, but I don't really care what other artists think about us. That's it.
See that
see
confidence?
this guy's confident. Right
Yeah, damn.
I don't give a fuck. I really don't, because I mean, I don't care that people say, "Oh, this guy doesn't have tattoos and he's tattooing." I really don't care.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. But it took me a while to be like that, bro. It wasn't like one day over the next. Like I'm gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. No, like I started like realizing that people are always gonna judge no matter what, and you just be true who you are. That's it, and be real. If you're that's what I always tell you, man. Like, I wish I was an apprentice. I wish I was in your spot, because not only like you get to start off with a lot of fucking knowledge from us two, you get to see like how to grow through all our experiences. You know what I mean? So I would own that shit. I would be like, apprentice day 227. What's my J? I'm cleaning toilets today. I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna clean the fucking toilets really good. Apprentice day 256. Today finally get to tattoo somebody. Which I'm fucking nervous, but I'm gonna own this shit. You know why? Because I'm an apprentice and it's part of it. Because 10 years from now, you're gonna see those and you're gonna be like, fuck yeah, That's why I wish I was in your spot, because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Do you see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, but it takes confidence to do that. It takes confidence to show all my peers or people I grow up with, like, that I'm scrubbing toilets when they don't understand why I'm doing it. They
Did
just
you get asked like, oh, how much you getting paid, or
they know like, oh, you're not getting paid for this. Like they would, they know, they would assume it.
Yeah.
So they would throw it out there.
Because 99.9% of people
are not willing.
We're not willing to do this 8-month process that you've just done, bro. Because you see the potential later. They're not seeing it. They're gonna close their eyes. They're gonna open them, and you've been tattooing for 5 years. driving a sick ass fucking Monte Carlo from Training Day. You're gonna buy the same one from Training Day.
Yeah.
That's goals right there.
It's gonna look exactly like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're speaking facts. Yeah.
Man, King of the world. What does he say?
King Kong ain't got shit.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna get that shit. Did you see the one that I sent you the other day?
Which one?
Wasn't it Monte Carlo?
Yeah, but it was an 80 at the
Oh, you want a newer one?
No, I want it to be 79. Specific year.
Bad though. 79. Anybody got one? Hit us up. You know, we'll buy that shit. We'll make an
But-
investment.
But do they say it in a negative way?
Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah?
I've had.
Or can you
I've-
give some examples?
Okay,
without, like,
I've had a
hurting people?
friend say like, "Oh, that's dope. You're doing an apprenticeship, but ain't no way I'm doing like I'm cleaning for them or doing what they're telling me or punking me. Like that's not gonna happen." I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it's part of it. You know, that's my job. I have to do these things that they ask me to do. As long as you guys aren't saying like, "Hey, motherfucker, hey, you little bitch, like do this or shit real quick," you know? It's not in a rude way. It's like, hey, Romeo, can you go do this?
Wait
It's
till you
like,
wear that tutu. You
So
still
I
got
did-
4 months.
Where's the clock out button?
No. That's exactly a good point.
I
You
am
know,
head
ain't
out.
no way I'm gonna do that. Well, ain't no way you're gonna. I mean, you're taking a leap of faith on us to do that. You know.
I mean, as you guys are, you know, I feel like it's both ways. You know, do
Oh,
I
yeah.
trust this kid?
Yeah.
To
We just
absorb
wasted 8
everything I
fucking
taught him?
months of training somebody else.
Yeah.
You know. So there has to be a mutual. But the confidence. Go back to that though. Like.
So yeah, it takes confidence for me to say, even when you guys see it, when I post on my Instagram, like, all right, let's get this over with. Me clean the toilet, you know. There's
Bro, I'd make it
people-
a whole segment like, oh, today I'm gonna clean Dukes. You know,
yeah,
here.
but I don't want, you know,
Josh's Dukes.
I thought about that, but I don't want to
No,
put the
no,
shop
no.
out like that. You
Hey,
know?
you might go viral. No, I don't give a fuck. Like everybody takes fucking
No one wants to
Dukes.
come here and be like, I don't want to fucking go to that shop if the restroom's all dirty. You know, I don't want to do it.
It's not dirty because you're clean.
Yeah, exactly. Be clean. This is the cleanest fucking restroom in all of Inland Empire. I'll tell you that much.
They
That
should
boy
place
can
like a
clean.
bread right there, like so clean I can eat off of it.
That would be fun. That would be viral. Hey, we gotta do some viral shit. No, but I get it. I get it. Like it takes a while. And I'm not saying, bro, like it's gonna be like for me how it happened like that, and then it's slowly going up like that. You know, from that point on that I learned with the Cholillos, little gangster guys. I mean, they're homies. They're cool, man. But I realized like they learned it out. They learned it quickly. You know, whether it's their environment or whatnot. I jumped a big level, and then from then on, it just kept going up. You know, on talking to girls, on going out to the clubs, and even just just in daily life. So you're gonna get another big jump, you know, but you just got to be open minded and put yourself out there because it's like eye opening, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Now, do you guys get the same? Are you guys ever scared to post the post because you guys weren't content with it? Like if it's a tattoo, my bad. Yeah.
I think about it, and I say, then I'm in my head like, stop being a bitch and just post it.
Mm.
I've done it and then it's funny. And I've
So
told
you have
about
some
this.
drafts. You have
Huh?
some drafts
What?
in your. You know how you can.
Oh yeah.
You have some
no,
drafts
like
in there?
I'm thinking, I'm posting. I'm just like, fuck. Like I could have done better on this, or I could have done this on this, right?
Mm.
And I'm so confident about it. Like, fuck, should I? Like, nah. I've told you about it. That then I posted. I said, fuck it, right? And it turns out that everybody fucking likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
The one you're more critical about.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys worried about the audience or other artists?
I never think about another artist. I'm always worried about my clients because those. Shout out to all the artists, but they don't make me money. My clients do. You know, I'm for them. But I'm gonna answer your question. Like when I write it and I have some drafts, my thing is, am I gonna sound too cocky? You know, so I save it and then I rethink about it and I'm like, oh, maybe I should tone this down, not be so direct. You know,
I mean, I can say I'm the opposite. I do feel I take in consideration what artists think because, obviously they're professionals as well. So I want to get critiqued properly as well, by other artists to see like, okay, if I can impress an artist, I know I could definitely impress one of my clients.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
My clients, they just see it nice. But the artist knows the whole technique and everything. Damn, you killed it on that fucking shade. And damn, you killed it on that fur. You know what I mean? So when I meet another artist, I'll be like, hey, what do you think of this? They're going to critique the shit out of me and tell me exactly what I could work on and what could be bettered.
Mm-hmm. And then it's a fine line of just saying, I don't care though. But
Yeah.
like, when
I
you're
mean-
doing it though, like, okay, I don't care what the people think, but I'm open to criticism.
Yeah,
so
I
can
mean,
grow.
perfect example is that apprentice that wanted, or that guy that wanted for apprentice, right? That came in. He goes to a fucking top rated art school right now in Pasadena.
Oh yeah.
The one thing I know about art school, and the one good thing they do
They do.
is
Was that a Twilight joke?
yeah, yeah, it was. One thing they do that I 100% agree and fucking believe in is that, and it's a way to build up their confidence, is they critique the shit out of you. You know, especially they did for me at school. They'll fucking grab your artwork. One thing of an art piece you've been working on for a month, 2 months, right? And then they'll put it on the wall. And they'll have the whole fucking class say, just
Find
talk
something about it.
yeah, just talk shit about it. And you're like,
But talk shit in a professional way?
talk shit in a professional way.
Or do they say this shit's fucking, look at these lines, they're
Nah.
crap.
I mean, they could say it in a way where like it's professional, but you know what they're really meaning. But it takes confidence to put your work out there and accept everybody critiquing every little thing that you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I'd never took an art class like that, but
No, and it breaks a lot of people. You know,
I mean, the dude was critiquing my work as soon as I got here.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like
You know?
he's used to it because especially at the
Oh yeah,
the art
I got
school
it. When
he's
you
at.
explain it to me, I'm like, oh, okay. To him, it was just like a comment off the blue.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it's like,
Fuck you, puto.
motherfucker. Like, I spent 8 hours on that bitch. You saying that was easy? Let me see you do this.
No, it's just that's one thing I do agree that art schools are doing right. It's like, you know, you gotta know how to take the critiques from there.
But but art schools are. I think we're changing the subject a little, but we'll continue on this. Fuck
Yeah.
it, it's good. Art schools like him is good, but I think when they're out, they need to teach them business, man. They need to teach them how to like.
Well, the big art schools do. What I've seen as regular art schools,
They just teach you
like
art. That's
community college and all that, where you get to choose your classes. I feel like you're right, and I've talked to this about with some teachers that in the professors. There you go. In the requirements, they should put a business class in there because, yeah, you could do a fucking badass painting, but if you don't know how to sell it, you know what I mean? What's the point?
Yeah, like that apprentice. If remember you had commented like, I feel like he has some badass work we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he not bring that badass work? That should be part of his business lectures, I guess. You know, look, when you're done with school, you get your best things and you go out there and go exactly where you want and show all the best things you've done.
Yeah.
So that, you know, first impression matters. You know,
Well, I never told you when I went there to apply for that school, they made me get my best things to take it in for an interview.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I get that, but he did it the opposite. He must have a lot of badass things if he does. Why didn't he bring the shit that blows out the water? Why did he bring the mediocre sketches? Like,
No, yeah, those were homework. He said that was classwork.
yeah. So what is your thesis? What's the one you pulled in 1,000 hours on it? Like Johnny did, you know? Johnny came in with his best work and we fucking blew us out the water, you know? So maybe that's a little negative there on that school, you know? But, yeah, we're changing the subject on that. But, we just gotta, like, I think we gotta promote more. We're doing good. We're promoting confidence here. I mean, you probably jumped levels of confidence since you've been here, haven't you?
For sure. It's when I was coming here, I was working on confidence. So then to finally apply the stuff that I watch or like learn, I could finally apply it. Like, for example, being on this alone like helped me with confidence, you know? Screw what people would think about, you know, what I think I'm insecure about, you know? This helped a lot.
I mean, we tested his confidence the first day you walked in here. Ricky put you on the camera.
Oh yeah, even that. Yeah.
If you guys never watched the vlog live, what is it called? The Shop Life episode, like, what is it? 12 or something?
I don't remember.
Episode 11 or 12. You guys check that out. He walks in as we're doing the vlog and we're filming and Carlos is around, and then he walks in and asks for an apprenticeship.
Yep.
And that's when I said, Carlos, come here. We're gonna catch him on the moment, and he did good. So right away he knew what type of job this is.
Was Carlos trying to fuck with you at that time?
No, but I do remember the camera being like right
Yeah.
here. You know?
And at first when he records and it's right here, it feels like he's like looking at your nostrils. And then when you look at the video, it's like he's far. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you got to get used to that, you know?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know how Leonardo DiCaprio does it, you know? But
DiCaprio?
DiCaprio, whatever. Did I say it wrong?
I don't know. It sounded like so funny. DiCaprio.
And then one of the last ones we're talking about. Like, this is a good conversation, but I think something you don't have right now, but you're gonna gain, and that's why I envy that you're in that spot, is that you're able to get the right experience, to build your confidence. Where us, we have experience, but there's gaps in our experience, and there's sometimes wasn't the most efficient way of getting experience from us because we didn't have a apprenticeship like yours. Like, I would do it in a heartbeat if we were able to, take back time, be in a shop like this that promotes this, like, it would be the dopest shit, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And my point is that having experience should gave you more confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence, because there's always situations that you can talk about that can show the client, oh, I've seen this situation, this is what I've done before. Whereas you don't have that,
Yeah, I mean,
especially with like cover-ups and stuff.
looking cover-ups.
Yeah, so
I mean, what have you done here that you feel like you boosted up your confidence?
This is a big one. Podcast. Yeah, for sure. Talking.
Yeah.
Because I was always quiet. Everyone knows I've always been quiet,
Honestly, you surprised me when you told me, it's like, I want to practice more my Spanish, and I put him on the spot. I was like, all right, talk to this client.
Yeah, for sure.
And he tried it. He
Even
fucking did
that,
it.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Even challenges. It could be challenges too that you guys say, "Oh, tattoo this." It's like, all right, bet, I'm gonna do it.
Who's betting?
This
No,
guy.
we're not betting here, youngster. No betting here. It's illegal in California. Yeah, so having experience, I mean, how many years you got? 11 years experience?
10.
You have
Cool.
10 years.
Yeah.
I gave you an extra one right now. 10 years experience, like, you can have some stories, you know what I mean? And we're considered like newbies, considered to the veterans in this game.
Well, it's crazy. I don't know if you saw that post I posted, like, of the progression of how
Oh,
I've
yeah,
done
yeah,
in 10
yeah.
years. I remember when I did those tattoos, and I can remember how confident I was within those tattoos. When I first did it 10 years ago, it was my first rose. No confidence. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. The whole time I'm thinking, like, how do I do this? Fuck, how do I do this? Oh, shit. All right. Was this right? No. Right? And then the one 5 years later, that was on Gary in my room. I tattooed him, and it was like at 12 midnight. And then I was thinking the same thing, like, all right, how do I do this? You keep thinking about it. And then the third one, think about it. This was within those 5 years, I wasn't working at a tattoo shop. I was working.
You weren't consistent.
Yeah, I wasn't consistent. I was working with Ricardo first, and then I was doing everything on my own. Like, I was doing it in my room. I'd go to people's houses, here and there. The one you see 3 years ago is after I became consistent, after I went all in tattooing. And you could tell it's a lot better than the other one. Even though it was only 2 years later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even from then to now.
Yeah.
Every day, I feel like the confidence in your work is
That would
growing.
be a cool TikTok to do get one from each year that you have and just swipe and change the numbers. Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding. You know what I mean? Or like a rose. We've done many roses. You have to find all that information, all those pictures. But yeah, again, that's what you bring to the table, And so, I mean, you're in a lucky situation. I think you already know that. I don't have to tell you that, but to just grab knowledge from both of us and be able to grab you. I mean, you, Johnny, you guys were like the first apprentice that we took on. In 5 years, you guys are gonna be fucking killing it. When 5 years we're trying to figure out still the fucking machines to use.
I didn't know what a round shader was.
I pretty know what a round shader was when Tony got here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's all those shortcuts you're gonna take, my man. So take advantage of them. And artists, I hope you guys like really play back this video if you guys like what we talk about. We're just talking about the real shit, We've done some, other blogs, other podcasts where we talk about more in-depth stuff, and this is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find more topics like this.
Yeah.
Confidence is big, and not a lot of artists have it, but there's ways to get it, and you'll be a much better artist all around, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if you have confidence in your work and then just pass that on to your regular life, man, you're set.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
And
thing.
if you get it from yourself, your work will show later,
Yeah.
you know? So I don't know. What else? You guys want to talk about anything else?
I want to say before you end it though, what would you suggest people applying to their life to become more confident, based off of your experience of learning?
Of the tattooing?
Go hang out with some cholos.
Hang out with some cholos. Don't wear the Cortez, though. Yeah, hang out with some cholos from Fontana, bro. No, you know what? That's a very good question. Once you start tattooing, try to tattoo as much as possible.
Don't just stick to one
'Cause-
style.
Well, yeah, regardless. I mean, try everything, but the busier you are, the less time you have to think about your confidence of it. Because if you're busy, you're gonna be learning. You don't have no time to second guess your work.
Mm.
So once you start, bro, just go ham. Go ham at it. That's my best advice to you, because consistency builds. You're only gonna get better. Just, you've seen what you did with the drawings. If you start a sketch a day, you're gonna see from day 1 and day 365, you're gonna see that you attack the rose, and that rose fucking has way more texture, because you already did that leaf, and you're like, okay, I did that leaf last time. Well, I'm gonna add a little bit more texture here. That's how you're gonna be better. Repetition, consistency. That's the only, Of course, pay attention to everybody else, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna grab your hand and tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to do it. So, consistency. Every day.
Remember I told you last time? Be prepared not to have a real life for the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
If you really want to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what it takes.
Ooh, we got Carlos talking on this one, huh?
Yeah.
How many minutes have we at, Carlos? This is a long one.
Carlos say facts.
Huh? An hour? Oh, we got a little bit more time. No, this is good. And you're going to have a life, a little bit, But I'm saying, like, as an apprentice, you should not go more than 2 days without sketching. And then once you start tattooing, you should not go more than 2 days without tattooing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to have plenty of walk-ins coming in if you don't have somebody. Even if it's tattooing, just fucking...
Fake skin.
Fake skin, yeah. Just constant. Grab that needle and make it your bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And we realize is from especially the other shops I was working at, the more you're in here, the more likely
More opportunities.
more opportunities.
More clients.
And I saw that personal-hand. Like when I started at the other shop, basically I was only working 2 days, right? And the apprentice had just started tattooing. I was already a tattoo artist. They were still an apprentice. Tell me why within those 5 months that apprentice was more busier than I was. I was only there 2 days out of the week. You know what I mean?
It just goes to show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was there every day.
We saw it here when we hired artists.
Yeah.
The more the person, we could see the numbers. When we track the numbers, we would write how many days they were here. Or obviously, if they tattooed, they were here, right? So you could see the more they were here, the more money they were making. So consistency and doing it every day. You'll see what happens, man.
What would you say? It was tattooing is jealous or something like that? Because once you stop doing it, it drops down.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly what you said, but
I forgot how I said it too, but it is a jealous beast. Yeah. If you don't give it every day, it's not gonna give you back. And like, I haven't tattooed in 2 weeks already. I want to see, hopefully my client's not listening tomorrow, But I have planned for this break towards the end of the year, but like right now I see Tony and he can close his eyes right now and he can tattoo consistent because he's fucking every day.
It's also about the stamina, you know what I mean? If you're not tattooing for that long, like I felt it.
Yeah.
When I came back, that day?
You're huffing and puffing after an hour?
Yeah, I was like 3 hours. I was like, I need a break.
Is it hot in here? It's like 70.
I was like, I need a break, man.
No,
Yeah.
it's a jealous beat. It's a jealous beat, bitch.
Where'd you hear that from?
I think I just made it up one time.
That's great.
You know, he
Because-
did make it up.
Yeah.
It's we're talking to actually one of the artists. Now you bring it up, I remember we were talking to one of the artists because he kept complaining, like, man, we're getting work. Like, well, look, you're only here serving nowadays. You know what I mean? So Ricardo gave him the pep talk.
You haven't got one of my pep talks yet, have you?
Man.
And we've had talks where we
No.
no,
You
no.
haven't had a pep talk.
You haven't had a pep talk.
No.
what's
no.
pep
He
talk? I
gets
don't know.
serious. He gets serious.
When I
Oh, if I do something wrong.
if you're not necessarily wrong, but like if I see that you need to
You're
improve
slacking.
or you're slacking, yeah.
Okay, pep
Yeah.
talk.
I've
You'll
got-
know what's a pep talk. You'll know. You're gonna be like, oh fuck.
I give those pep talks to myself, man. I'm like, what the fuck, Ricky? But yeah, guys, this is all about confidence today. This podcast, it's hard to get, but if you figure out how to do it daily, like just work towards it, it'll come, and you'll see that you're a different person. People look at you even different.
Start walking differently.
Start walking a little bit different, like with a little swag, with
Be
the cholos.
Yeah. Start leaning a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to describe that. I'm looking at the word and I'm like, you notice a lot of people don't have it as much as you think they do.
No.
Even people you assume that would have a lot of it because maybe of the way they look or something, and they don't have it. It does. It has nothing to do with appearance.
Sometimes you do see it on successful people though too. Now that we're talking about how like you have it on what you do and what you think you're good at, you have that confidence, right? But when it comes to your personal life, I don't see it. You won't see it on them. Like.
I think confidence is being able to tattoo sandals and
Yeah, it's confidence.
He's. Can you guys hear that? He said that tattooing with Jesus sandals on, and on the vlog. I'll be like, and showing your toes. Now, I don't know why people are very self-conscious of their toes. I'm like, they're just fucking toes.
I got fat ass toes.
There you go. See? Do you mind showing your toes?
And hey,
Is it a thing? Like, it's a thing. Like, to
that's-
me, it's like, they're
honestly,
just fucking toes. They're not supposed to look pretty. Like, what the
and
fuck?
that's the reason why I wear sandals, because I got some fat ass toes. I feel comfortable,
Bring it out.
Shit, I've seen artists just tattooing socks. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, because they want to be comfortable.
I mean, yeah. If we're a private shop, you could do that, But at least some sandals, Wait till they say right there, iconic sandals. Sheesh, sheesh. Is that how youngsters do it?
Nah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, that was a year ago.
Yeah, that
What
was
do
like
they
last year.
What do
That
they
was,
do
that
now?
was like 3 years ago, bro.
No, it's Fortnite. No,
That's a dad, bro.
Okay, so what do they do now?
What did they do?
What do they do now?
Bing bong.
The fuck is that?
Yes.
All right, we're ending the podcast.
I said you
With
think
that,
watch.
we're
watch.
out. What the fuck?
Watch,
Hey,
watch,
put
watch.
that fucking like lost connection. fucking Bing bong?
Yeah.
Bet. I bet you guys.
Like,
We're
bet.
just messing around with the youngster. Hey, tell them where to find you if they're watching. What's your Instagram?
Go ahead.
Instagram is at Romeoshades with the Z.
Yeah, it's all on the bottom. It's on the bottom. We put it all down.
Or I'm
there.
in their link in the iconic page. It says apprentice.
Part of
Have
the
a little
Shades
dancing
family.
emoji.
Part of the Shades family.
Yeah.
Should have said Romeotatt, not Romeoshades, dog. Whatever.
Unique. Everybody has tat.
And what, people don't have shades?
No. They don't.
You know what? End this podcast. We're done. It's a wrap. Tell them
Go
where to
for it,
find. Hey
Romeo.
guys,
Go
follow
for it,
us.
Romeo.
Continue. I think this is like episode 27. So we did 27 of these this year.
Dang.
What are you recording right now?
Okay, let's
Oh,
do it then. I'm
do it.
closing it.
Huh?
Oh, you're closing it?
Go ahead and close it.
All right. So this podcast was about damn.
Confidence.
I'm already.
Yeah.
Ah, no confidence. Shit.
Talking about confidence and he can only have it.
I said eat that. Eat. Okay, no. So
Ooh,
this confidence was about
Bing
this confidence
bong.
was about confidence. Fuck, bro. Time out. Okay. Yeah, this podcast is about confidence. So, if you guys want to get some gems out of this would be a good podcast to see. Like, share, comment, all that good jazz, and we're out.
Peace.